Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to Jen's on the Reel. As usual, Jen and
Jen.
and we are so excited that you guys are listening in. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, click on that like button, and please comment on anything that you feel compelled to, I guess, on this
Yes,
episode.
we have been getting some comments.
Yes.
Some have been negative, and let me tell you, I'm actually liking it.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was always afraid of negative feedback. And now I'm not. Now it's kind of interesting.
It's kind of funny now.
Yep.
Because things get kind of like
Spicy.
Yeah, or misconstrued some ways. So people are like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Keep it coming, Karen. Keep it coming.
There you go. You know, today we are going to bring you guys the myths of Miami. So we're going to bust some of these myths. That word, myths.
Myths. Is it with an S?
THS.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I guess. There's a plural myth.
Myths.
So we're going to bust out the myths in Miami.
And we have a few listed out and maybe some that we might come up with along the way. And this came about, honestly, because we deal with different customers and they come to Miami and they have so many ideas about what Miami is like and what's expected, what's not expected, and all their fears and stuff like that. And
as you know, we have people moving here from everywhere.
Yep.
Other countries, other states.
Yep. So we're touching on that one specifically. The first myth I want to touch on is Miami is crazy expensive compared to everywhere else.
Okay, so yes, I hear that a lot, right? And I happen to travel a lot. And I do travel within the U.S. as well. And it's funny because every time I go somewhere, I'm always checking to see what the prices of the home is, because I'm in real estate, obviously. So that's what I like. I like to check. Like I can already
That's what she does as a hobby. She works in real estate and hobbies in real estate.
Yeah. So like anywhere I go, I'll be there for like the first 24 hours. And I already know what the market is like. You know, I already know, okay, in this area, you know, it's like Coral Gables, because I do compare it to Miami spots.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like Westchester. This is like Fort Lauderdale.
I do the same thing, actually. Especially if it's like a really nice neighborhood.
Yes.
You kind of like, oh, well, I can get.
Well, this is fancy.
Yeah.
Let's see how much a house costs here.
Yep.
Yes. So I see that a lot. And I've noticed throughout the travels that guess what? Miami's not that expensive.
No, it's not.
There's places just as expensive, if not even more expensive than Miami.
It's relative to where you are. If we're going to look at major metropolitan areas, like specific, like, where there's a concentration of people and business and stuff like that, Miami is actually the cheapest in comparison to California and
most
to New York.
expensive.
Yeah, the cheapest, most expensive.
The cheapest, most expensive place you could live.
Yep.
Because maybe not the cheapest, but it's pretty up there, because if you compare New York or like places in California, because I'm sure California is a long state.
Yeah.
I'm sure not every price is like Beverly Hills or like LA. You have your pockets. Yeah. Like Florida, you come to Miami, the average house might cost you anywhere between $700,000-800,000. But hey, you can go to Ocala and get one for $300,000.
Yep.
Or you can go to Fort Myers and get something
Which
maybe
is
for
just 2 hours away.
$500,000.
Yeah,
You know what I
or
mean?
a little less, depending
right. So
where
there's
you are.
pockets, and
Yeah.
I feel the same way. So if you're gonna go live in Idaho, in the middle of, I don't know, potato country, it might not be that expensive. You could go live there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if the price of the home is the problem, then I guess go find yourself another place, right? But do account for the fact that Florida in general doesn't have state taxes. So where you will find California and New York with state taxes and more expensive than Florida or Miami, here you're basically pocketing more money and you have a lesser cost home in comparison to the other two.
Yes, and you mentioned New York and California. Guess what? The gas is cheaper here, people.
Oh, yeah. You know that when I did the trip with my husband around the country, I ended up in by Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can't get out of there that easily. And there's only one gas station. And at that time, which was during COVID timeframe, the gas was at $10 a gallon.
I believe it.
Okay. So, and then that was because it was the only one there. So it was like monopolizing the situation. But outside of that, it was still,
No,
it was
still up there.
It was still up there.
Yeah, so there's other places that the gas is more expensive. And even the food is pretty much at par.
Yeah.
Because I remember I just went to Scottsdale, Arizona, and Sedona.
We have better food here.
I think so too.
We have more options.
We have more options.
Yeah.
It's more diverse, the food here. But yeah, when I went to Arizona at the end of the year for New Year's, Scottsdale was just as expensive as Miami. Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona is expensive.
It's just a different view. Instead of water view, you have beautiful mountain and
Cacti.
rock views and cactuses and whatever.
Yeah.
But still expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
So
Miami,
it's not the most expensive.
Mythbuster.
Yep. Next, you don't need a car to live in Miami. You kind of do.
You kind of do.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're going to just live in Brickell and not leave there.
Yeah, it's funny. ChatGPT says the same thing. Unless you live and work in Brickell, then you're using the transit system, which
we said on the last podcast that nobody uses. But apparently, thanks to your comments,
a lot of people
use them.
Use this. Yeah, you got a lot of heat on that one.
I know. God, for transportation, people take it easy. It's not that deep.
All right. Everyone only speaks Spanish.
Okay, so this is kind of a myth buster. It's kind of half and half.
Yeah.
So people do speak English here. Let's just start with
Yes.
that. Hello, we're speaking English.
Yes.
But I would say you don't need to speak English.
No,
to
you
live
don't.
here.
You
don't
can
need
survive
it
without it.
because you could totally live and vibe without it because you probably have better chances knowing Spanish than English here.
Yeah.
Because even in Puerto Rico, they speak more English than here. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
But in Miami itself, people do speak English?
Well, I think, even the ones that only speak Spanish, for the most part, they understand quite a bit. I think it depends on what pocket of Miami you're in. There are certain places that the people will address you in Spanish and will actually reprimand you if you address them in English.
Yes.
They say that you're supposed to be speaking Spanish because whatever, you got to,
No,
stick
and let
to
me
your
tell
roots.
you, I've had doctors' offices call me only speaking Spanish. And I'm like, no.
Or answer the phone only
Or
speaking
answer the
Spanish.
phone in Spanish, and then they have to find somebody that speaks English to come, which that I don't like, I'm going to say, because I was born and raised in the United States, so English is my first language, although I do speak Spanish, I think rather well.
I think to accommodate the masses, it should be bilingual. It should be
bilingual. We could do, I love Spanglish.
I like Spanglish too. It's a mix of both. It's a lot of fun. I speak Spanglish even to my American
Spanglish
folks.
all the time. Like, it just happens naturally. It just comes out. But I mean, that...
Especially pero.
Yeah.
Pero like.
Pero like, stop.
All right. So that's another busted myth. Now, Miami is just South Beach. Guys,
I hate when I go somewhere and people are like, oh, you live in South Beach? No. Barely nobody that lives in Miami barely goes to South Beach. We go maybe sometimes for the restaurants.
we don't
even go to the beach in South Beach. Well, maybe not everyone. Some people do.
Maybe
but not
once
really.
in the summer.
Well,
Once
not
a year.
really. Like, we don't really go to South Beach that much.
No.
North Beach, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't go to the beach. I have a boat. So I'm on the boat all the time.
I don't do
I
either.
have a pool.
I don't do either. I think the other day I did go the other day with my husband. I do this thing where I spend one full day with my kids independently so I can spend one-on-one time with them. And my husband felt a little jelly, so he asked for a day as well. So we took the day and we left at 5:00 in the morning. We went to South Beach and tried to see the sunrise, but it was pretty cloudy, so we didn't do that. But it was really nice to get that feeling.
Oh, I go during Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, well, that counts.
There's stuff that happens in South Beach that we do go to.
Yeah, I don't go because of the traffic. Yeah. I the moment I see that traffic, there's no way you're not gonna find me in there.
But people, Miami is not just South Beach. South Beach is like this.
Yeah, South Beach is like a little sliver of an island that is outside of the Miami area, right? And so it's part of Miami. The whole thing is Miami-Dade County, so that includes a whole bunch of other.
Again, no offense to South Beach. We love you, South Beach.
Yeah. Yep. So no, it's not just
We're
South
not
Beach.
just South
There is
Beach
more
people.
to Miami. You should check out Doral. You should check out South Miami, Wynwood, Brickell.
The Grove is super popping right now.
Hialeah, says Lewis.
I mean, Lewis saying Hialeah back there. At least he's saying something.
We'll take whatever Lewis says.
Oh, speaking of though, I'm loving the Grove. The Grove is back, people.
Yeah. I've noticed that. I've
So
noticed
back.
that.
I love the Grove.
So
Okay,
definitely check out the Grove.
check out the Grove.
So those are all Miami, by the way. All right, myth number, I don't know, 5th or 6th. I lost count. Hurricanes are constant and catastrophic.
Okay, guys. So
They can be, but
can
not
be,
really.
but
We're
I
like
think-
prepared for that.
no, and I think that last time it was really catastrophic was
Yeah.
during Andrew. I feel that was really bad.
Here,
That was like the
we had
worst one.
Katrina also.
We had
Those were pretty
Katrina,
bad.
but I mean, as of we're talking about Miami.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like West Coast.
Yeah.
So West Coast does get hit. I feel a little bit more than East Coast.
I don't know how they're not prepared. They're like literally on the water, most of them. You know what I mean? Like they're right there on the beach. So
Which, by the way, you can get a place on the water in the West Coast for less than 400,000. Call me.
shameless plug. So hurricane season does exist. We prepare for it. We even prepare parties for it.
Yes, we have
Okay,
hurricane
it's not
parties.
even that big of a deal. When people come here and they say, "Oh my gosh," especially my clients that come from other places. No offense to you guys come here freaking out when there's a hurricane coming, and you're asking me all these questions. And I'm like, dude, I don't even put up the shutters.
Well, that's not true. We do sometimes.
I
When-
don't
we
even have
obviously-
impact windows. It's like.
Well, we obviously wait until last minute that we know for sure it's going to be like a category 4 or 5, maybe.
Maybe.
You know,
But you know when
but
that's
it's an
happening.
excuse for us to have a party, a hurricane
we
party.
come together and we make food
And there's no school
while
or
electricity
work.
lasts. But,
you know.
it doesn't even go away that much. I think they're putting the electrical things like underground now so
Yeah,
that we don't even get
right.
affected. So in
like
some areas,
we've gotten good at this stuff.
yeah.
So
And the Grove is on its way.
And not for nothing, I prefer hurricane over an earthquake
Yes. And over a tornado.
and over a tornado.
We are getting a little bit more tornadoes.
I have seen them, the little spiral.
Yeah. I got one by my house. Nobody reported that, but I know it happened because a trampoline ended up in my backyard. It went over my tiki. I don't know how, but yeah.
Maybe it was just the wind.
Oh no. Oh no. There was hail and I couldn't see anything outside.
okay,
It was pretty
maybe not.
scary.
So yeah, but hurricanes, not so bad, guys.
No.
Plus, by the way, we had no hurricanes last year.
No, we haven't had hurricanes in a while in Miami.
Jinx it.
Knock on wood. One of these days we'll talk about all the myths we got here. I mean, not the myths, the
The
superstitions.
superstitions. There's a lot of Latin ones.
Yep. All right, next myth. Alligators are everywhere in Miami.
They're
Okay.
not, guys.
The Everglades is quite west or quite north. So
You actually live closer to the
closer
Everglades
to it,
than
but
me.
I don't
and
even
you-
have alligators in my
No.
area. No. And so no, you're
In
not.
fact, I've never really seen one in my house.
No.
Oh.
If you're going on A Street and you're going all the way west, and potentially you're gonna come
If
across
you're gonna
something
go like to
that,
the Mikasukis
yeah.
and play bingo.
And there's some I think that show up in the Grove area sometimes.
We have peacocks.
A lot of peacocks, yeah, and they scream they sound like babies. Like babies are crying.
We see peacocks all the time.
Yeah, I saw a peacock once by my neighborhood, and I'm sorry, but there's usually no peacocks in that neighborhood, and I'm the only one that freaking saw it. I had to take a picture because otherwise nobody would believe me. All right, next myth: Miami doesn't have a winter. Okay,
So technically, hold on. I don't think we have not a real winter.
except for this year.
Well, this year we've had quite a few cold days.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, cold
the
for
30s.
us.
No,
well,
but it
that's-
was in the 30s.
Okay, that was really cold for us. But cold for us, let's just understand. For Miami people, cold is like 67
60?
degrees.
What do you think, Louis? 45.
No, 45 is
what
like
world are you
North
living in?
Carolina, South Carolina cold.
That
Come
is
on.
freezing.
That's freezing.
Okay, I'm walking out in boots at 65.
No, listen, I might not even walk out of my house at 45.
I'm wearing a scarf. The other day, actually, it was like 60 something. I went to the pet shop and I had boots on, and I swear to God, the people in the cashier thing that they were paying, I heard them. I was walking by and I heard them. They're like, "Really?"
See, they're obviously not
I'm
from
like,
Miami.
"It's cold. It just got cold."
Okay, they're obviously not from Miami.
Probably.
Obviously.
Probably.
But here, you're like hitting 68 and we're already busting out the boots.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think our winter hits differently because of the humidity. So I think the air's colder for some reason. It just feels
Colder?
colder. Yes, I feel like it's colder because, like in New York, for example, I don't feel the same,
I don't know, but
coldness as here in the same temperature.
every time we gotta go to my sister lives in South Carolina, and every time we go for Thanksgiving, my mom is like, "It's not cold. It's only 45." I'm like, "Mom, that's freezing." Like, it's freezing for me. Like, anything below 60, even though mine's just super cold in my house, but anything in the 60s 68, 65. That to me, I'm cold already.
We have a winter, guys. We have a winter.
It's a little
and we
winter.
Pretend it's
a
going
mini.
to snow.
We have mini winters.
I even do a bonfire.
This has been the most winter we've had.
Yes.
That I don't know how long.
Listen, I didn't even do a bonfire this winter because it was a little too cold for my liking. It has to be in the 60s.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
50s.
That day that it was like in the 30s, I didn't even leave my house.
You're worse than me. All right, next one. It rains every afternoon. Is that a myth or not?
Well, it depends what month. Most of the time, it does rain in the afternoons.
Yeah. It's like
in
3 o'clock.
In these months, we haven't seen it so much.
It's
We've
been
had
any rain.
drizzle.
Yeah.
A little sprinkling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as rain. It should.
Listen,
'cause
my
it's
grass
water.
is dried up. It hasn't rained much recently.
Yeah, it does. Last year, I remember the year before, we had a bit of a drought because I remember all the grass was like looked like hay.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't rain in the afternoon. In the summer, yes, and also, the rain is weird here.
Yeah.
So it could be pouring
Yep.
inland, and then you go to the beach and it's super sunny.
You're under a cloud and looking at the sun right next to you.
Like I have literally left Miami because it's pouring, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to the beach, and I've gone to the beach, and it's super sunny,
Yeah.
and it'll be like the sky is falling inland, but
not
in the beach.
in the beach.
And if it does, it just passes through. It has to be that the whole day like closed, like the whole sky is like dark all
Yeah.
over the place, that you might get rain. And like in the Keys too. In the Keys,
It's the same,
when you
yeah,
go to
they
the
have
Keys,
similar.
it might rain for like a little bit, maybe an hour or less, and then it goes
And then
away.
it's gone.
And if you're on a boat, no problem. You just run away from the rain.
I will say that the rain, okay, so I lived in Oregon and it does rain consistently there, but it's like a little drizzle so you can walk through it, right? Here, this is not a walk through rain. You just have to sit and wait for it to go away. It'll go away in just a few minutes.
Yeah, in a few minutes. Or just get an umbrella.
And it does get flooded, but our drainage system, moves a little faster. So
Okay,
you'll
there's
get past
another
it.
myth that we're always flooded.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not always flooded.
No.
There are some parts.
Brickell's getting a little
Brickell
flooded
gets
now.
flooded,
I mean,
and
they're
the
even, I don't
beach-
know if it's AI, but I've seen videos of like a shark passing by in the water.
That's probably AI, Jennifer. My God.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
No, there are no sharks floating around in Brickell. Now the beach, and also depends, sometimes it floods with the moon. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. So
Learn something new every day.
yes, because it goes high tide.
Okay.
There's like a moon tide, something
Yeah,
tide.
yeah, depends where the moon is.
Yeah, so sometimes in the beach, you'll see it's like flooded, and it's usually the tide.
The water came in. Yeah.
But guess what? It goes right back out.
Lizards. There are lizards everywhere. Okay, I call them our mini dinosaurs. There are lizards everywhere.
Okay, so now we have those weird lizards with the
the little
curly
orange
tails,
head.
and they look like mini iguanas. They look like a mixture of iguanas mixed with lizard. I have a theory on that, which I'm not going to repeat on here. But I miss the regular lizards. Remember when we were little, we used to catch the lizards and put them here like earrings.
I did not do that.
The cute little ones.
I used to catch them to dissect
I didn't like the
them.
big ones. I wanted to go ooh 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 with the thing.
yeah.
I didn't like that. But we have those curly lizards now,
Yeah.
which I think have been
Those are
eating the other
invasive.
little lizards because you don't see them that often. They're like always
That's
hiding.
true.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, that's true.
And
They're screwing around with our ecosystem.
Yes, because those lizards are not supposed to be here.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
And
brought them, and now they started mating.
they started growing, and then we have a whole lot of iguanas.
We do have a lot of iguanas, which, by the way, when it gets cold here
Yep.
in our Miami winter,
We have
they go into hibernation
Yep.
and they fall off the tree.
Yep.
So it rains
falling
iguanas.
Yeah, yep. So that's fun to watch. And if you do find them on the floor, don't run over them. And they're not dead. Just move them over. Just be careful.
Did you hear some people are cooking them and eating them?
Well, because they're technically here we
They're
can
invasive.
catch them and
And you
and
could
eat
kill them
and-
here because
yeah.
there's too many
You
and
could-
it's been invasive and all this,
Yeah.
whatever.
Bugs can't be that bad.
Okay, depends who you ask because I hate bugs,
Yeah. Humidity is definitely a big attractor.
especially for mosquitoes.
Dark areas, big attractor for mosquitoes. So
Don't leave any standing water because they'll create mosquitoes.
You'll notice because the moment it rains, the next day is out of control. Just
out of
keep
control.
citronella. There's also Mosquito Joe's does pretty good.
There's
with-
this thing that I have in my house that my stepson got that, I don't know, it's a thing that you put a filter and some water and it actually works pretty well.
All right. Traffic can't be worse than my state. If you're from New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago.
Maybe, perhaps.
Listen, okay. So the thing with traffic and that episode, I don't know if we're before or after this, but nonetheless, the thing with traffic here is that you have a different style of driving from people coming from different areas.
Which, by the way, we have an episode all on this. You can go back and watch it, which I go off on.
Yep.
Because I have to deal with this shit all the time.
Yep. We have sudden merges, international driving styles, no signal lane changes, chaos on the highways, etc.
Okay, so I think I figured out something.
What?
Okay, so my biggest complaint is that sometimes, there's a right lane and then there's 2 right lanes to turn right. You can turn right from one right lane, but you can't turn right from the other right lane. And some people don't turn right at all when it's red. Even though there's no cars coming, they just stay there because they have nowhere else to be, or God knows.
They don't read. They're not paying attention.
No, you know what the problem is? They can't read it. That I figured it out the other day because the sign says don't turn. You can only turn on red from right lane. They probably can't read it. They says no turn, no turn,
or it says no turn on red when pedestrians are walking,
or something, and it just makes it and it says no turn, no turn. So no turn. People turn, turn.
All right, next one. We have humidity isn't that big of a deal.
It is if you like your hair.
It is.
Especially for women.
Makeup and hair and clothes, I will tell you, because your clothes will get damped with sweat and humidity and all that.
Yeah, so you go
together.
to Vegas and it's really hot because it's a desert, but it's nothing like here because of the humidity.
Yeah, especially if you have curly hair, you are done.
On really humid days, it's like slick it back, baby.
Yeah, or iron it so like it's like super pressed.
And still, it gets puff.
Mm-hmm. And makeup will melt. Yeah. All houses are built the same. This is our last myth. All houses are built the same.
Okay, so they're not. There's not. I mean, it depends.
Oh no, wait, it's not our last one. I got one more.
No, they're not all built the same. They're not cookie cutter houses.
No.
I have gone to some states that you see all the houses that they look the same. Here, no. Obviously, you have like repartos. What are those things called?
Little communities.
Little communities like townhomes. Obviously, those are gonna look the same. But I mean, you can go to Pinecrest and you'll see one house modern, another house more like Spanish.
Yeah, I think in Miami you have a lot of differences as well because of the type of protection that you add to your home because of the storm. So some have impact windows.
Some are old.
Yeah, some have metal roofs. Some are really, really old and you can't touch them. I'm sure that happens in many other places. Elevation is a big deal in areas that flood. And so they're not all the same. There is a Mediterranean kind of style that you see very common, but now we're getting those modern boxes. I call it modern boxes.
Oh, yeah, really they do look boxy.
Them. Yeah, and that'll get old. That's gonna be like the deco type.
Okay, so I was gonna tell you. So there's this house on Miller, right? Like kind of going into South Miami. Right? Mm-hmm. And it's been there forever. And it's that old Floridian boxy style, like 60s.
The deco. Yeah.
Very deco. Mm-hmm. And that's where they're getting that style from. And that house has looked like that forever. Yeah. And every time I pass by that house, I just admire it because it's so like different. I'm just wondering what it looks like inside.
A lot of these don't have a lot of windows in comparison to the ones that they're making now. The ones they're making now, they're like boxes, but then they have
you could tell this house used to have jealousy windows.
Yeah. I mean, that's what was.
Yeah, because I was like in style back then.
Yep. We have clubs close at 2 a.m. everywhere.
Okay, this is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So, when you're from Miami and you're born and raised here, like I partied my ass off. I'm not gonna lie. I still party at this age.
I partied more later than I did in my younger age.
So here when you go to other places, it's so weird.
Oh my gosh. It's like the night ends so soon.
Yeah, like right when you're getting started, you gotta go home.
And the thing is that in other places, I hate to interrupt you. In other places, people are not as like vibey as here, where you might start with like a big vibe at a club or something like semi-early, 10, 11.
Like we'll eat dinner
Yeah.
like at 9 or 10 and then go out. You know what I mean? Or have drinks somewhere and then go out. And
But other places take a while to get there. They're like in slow motion, and then they're finally into it, and it's like freaking midnight, and then they close.
and
at
I
2.
know in some places, I think Miami Beach, they had to put an order because of all the tourists that were coming here and making a
Overdoing it.
ruckus.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, for God's sakes, we have club space that doesn't close at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you can actually go there for brunch.
Listen, my daughter's turning 18 soon, and I'm thinking about taking her to club space. Do you think it's worth it?
Do they let them in at 18?
Girls. They let girls in at 18.
Of course. We'll talk about that later.
Point
But
taken.
okay, so here we have a huge nightlife.
Yeah.
And I did notice, okay, so I went to Sedona for New Year's, and literally I spent New Year's in my room
Oh, no.
because they have what they call a New York New Year's.
Oh, so they're basically just watching the New
Because
York
everything
one.
closes like at 11.
Oh, my gosh.
So you don't
no.
even make it to New Year's. So we had a New York New Year's, meaning we celebrating New Year's Eastern. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this?
You were celebrating it before it was even time for you
I was
guys.
like, oh my God, what a backfire.
Oh, my.
So
no.
yeah, keep that in mind if you're ever going somewhere for New Year's. Check that out. Because if you're from here, like, I don't know, we have a nightlife.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It's nightlife in every aspect.
For all
Restaurant,
ages,
yeah.
all kinds of ages. So
100%. You know, it's all fun and games with all the myths that we've discussed, but Miami itself is actually, you know, a business hub. There's a lot of corporations out here, and
and a lot of corporations coming, a lot
Yes.
of tech coming to Miami.
100%. And so, you know, we're definitely more than just a vacation spot. So definitely come and visit. We're here. We're happy to take you on a tour. We can plan something out.
And if you want to buy and live here or rent,
Yeah. And now, if you're from Miami, and there's a myth or something that we missed, let us know. Let us know your opinion on this. We thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us. Please comment, like, subscribe.
yeah, even the negative comments, we like
Well,
them.
just everything.
Just let it rip.
And you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram,
IG.
and Facebook. So,
We get around.
yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye-bye.